This is the strut that came out at middle.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it went.
But there were 3 across the back.
It went somewhere like that.
Yeah.
All right. In fact, they're the 3 screws that held it on there. Then there's one that came off here. I've used the metal out of it. These extended up to here somewhere.
Yeah.
But I've used some of the metal out of it to make these clips. So that's where we're going to today. Right. What there is here, can you see these little brackets? They were part of the fixings for them side panels.
Yes.
We're going to need to take them off if we're going to carpet it.
Yeah.
It's no point trying to work around them.
No.
And you're never going to use them again. And they'd only be where somebody's backside if they go up against it. So we're going to cut them off.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to clean all this out. We'll leave this on for sound deadening. But we're going to stick straight onto here. So we want it relatively clean.
Right. Let's clean it.
Can it were a hell of a job with that. Can you imagine I did that in situ with down there, and if you look underneath I cut it, it's a bit square there. It'll round it off with a bit of filler.
Yeah.
It weren't worth trying to do hotels. I've got it as good as I can.
It fits perfectly, doesn't it?
And if you look, I had to actually cut some off. If you look at back of there, I cut some off, and I had to cut it that way as well to make it bend back over. I had to straighten it out and then re-bend it. Do you understand me? Right. Very close to the original bend. I'm proposing I glue some of that on, just to get a little bit of padding, take some grooves and roughness off it, and then put carpet on top. Now, so if you're agreeable, that's what I was going to use for you.
That'll be fantastic.
I take it for my own car, but since it's here, and that takes us back then to covering that back panel in this. But since we're going to use that on them door panels, it'll all blend in.
It'll match. And we're going to cut those out. Now this is the job I do. Clean all the dust and grease off. That's what I am, a grease monkey. Make all it clean. This is an assistant's job, this is. Look at all this. Ah, he's got these going lovely, look at those. Look at that. Side panels, and then the hood folds down into there. When all that's clean.
If you look inside here, look. Let me get this one out.
What about this one? Do you want this one as well?
This is fairly important. Ah, but hang on, don't lose any of the little bits. There's a bit in there that I had to machine.
What's that?
That's how it goes together.
So you can nip it up without it continually squashing and nipping.
It nips
up.
It
will go rock solid, but will still
there's
turn.
enough packing in there, rubber packing, to make it tight.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, we'll put this back on and lay and paint it, because we'd like some paint on that, wouldn't we? And we're going to lift it out for painting. We'll put it on here for the time being, since we've got a bit of carpet on. So I've not had the tools.
So what we're going to do? Cut those tags off. Cut that off.
We're going to cut across there and down to there. Alright?
With a grinder.
Yeah. And we're going to cut that off, because somebody will catch themselves on it, and it makes it awkward to put the...
Yeah, be a nice smooth job with it off, wouldn't it?
We don't need it. Even better. Most of it, somewhere down here. I'll pad that up with some felt to make it smoother round to there, not bother with that. But I shall stick a piece of carpet or leather cloth on there, and I shall stick it down there, so that, and I shall stick it then onto here, so that in effect it just hinges with the.
Right.
It hinges with it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You never likely to want it off, and if you do, you can still undo it. So what? This is a pattern for a piece of felt on here that will eventually get covered with either carpet or leather cloth.
Right, okay.
Problem with this, two little problems with it. What I'm thinking of doing is cutting a strip of leather cloth, sticking it under there and then putting it over so it covers that edge, just so it goes to there. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So that that doesn't show. And also you'll find, I noticed when this were down, when the back's down, you can see here. That's one of the reasons we painted it black, as well as to clean it. But I think I'll stick a bit of leather cloth on there, so that when you look through you see it. So I'll put a bit of this padding on there and there, and at that side, and I'll put a bit of black cloth there, and I'll get this edge bound for you.